This is day 27 of listening to a different album. We're slowly creeping on day 30. Let's see what we get today. Today's album is Dopethrone by Electric Wizard. I've seen the album cover, but I've never actually heard them. Let's check it out. So, Electric Wizard with Dopethrone. The opening track on this album serves a little bit like an intro, because when song 2 starts, that's when the real doom metal starts. And I think I'm in love with Funeralopolis. I think it has all the great elements of a doom metal song. And as a Black Sabbath fan, I approve of this song. I think this song is really cool. And I don't know, it just got me very excited for the rest of the album. But right after that, we get a 15-minute song, or should I say a 5-minute song with a 10-minute outro. The third song sounds just like the outro for Black Diamond by Kiss, and that's not a compliment to anyone. It just sounds like this thing just keeps getting slower and slower, and it just sounds like you're detuning your guitar, and that's not good. And that goes on for like 10 minutes. But right after that misstep, things pick up a little bit with Barbarian. Although this track is better, it doesn't hit as hard as the first two. We're still looking to regain a little bit of momentum. And sadly, I think this album doesn't quite pick up until like the 7th track. Yeah, that happens on We Hate You. And this momentum keeps going all throughout the album. And eventually we reach Dopethrone, which is the title track. And I think this song is cool, but I just feel like it drags on a little bit too long. And the first time I heard the album, I thought the vocals were gonna be a turnoff because they're buried so deep into the mix that you can barely even hear them. But I got used to that. My real problem with this album is that it just feels like it drags too long in many occasions. The outros feel kind of eternal and it's kind of frustrating. And the problem is not that the tracks are very long. The problem is that they feel very repetitive and very, they lack excitement. I don't know, it feels like the outro to Dopethrone. It just lingers a little bit too long, and sometimes the tracks feel like they should have ended 5 minutes ago. And that's not a good thing for an album. And despite that, I think this is a good album. It just has its flaws. So my favorite tracks are Funeralopolis, Vinum Sabati, which is the first track, and Dopethrone. I'll see you tomorrow.